And now we bring you a simple story of everyday people. There's no place like home.
So there we go, ladies. That's one caramel latte for you, Cherry.
Oh, thank you, Steffan. How lovely.
And a pot of tea for you, Phyllis.
Not one of those strange herbal teas, is it, Steffan?
No, don't worry, Phyllis. It's quite boring. And for you, Mrs. Batty.
Oh, my special coffee.
Yes, I keep a tin of instant just for you. And for you, Deirdre.
Oh, peppermint tea. How nice. I can't cope with caffeine, you know. I don't want to go mad.
I don't think any of us would want that, Deirdre. And welcome back, Flavia. It's so lovely to see you in the cafe again. I hope you had a pleasant holiday.
Oh, yes, Steffan. Yes, it was so nice. And I brought back all sorts of goodies for my antique shop. Perhaps some things you could use to decorate your cafe. We've got a stuffed possum, but somebody's dyed it green. And a framed photograph of the two Ronnies posing with the Dalai Lama. You could hang it on the wall.
I could do, but here's your long black with milk.
Oh, thank you, Steffan.
And what is on the agenda of the Gossip Society today?
Clive McFlurry.
Who? Clive who?
Clive McFlurry. You know, the poet.
You'll have to forgive me, Deirdre, but I'm afraid I was always rather distracted during English class, and I might have been unwell when they were teaching us about... Who? Clive McFlurry.
He was a very famous poet, apparently.
I'll take your word for it. What did he write?
Oh, all sorts of wonderful poems, such as...
Is he still alive? No, I don't think so. He was from the 1800s or something.
No, he was from the 1930s.
Yes, that's right, he was. We used to study him in school.
He was a very famous poet, apparently.
Really? What did he write?
I'm not sure. Oh, was it, love poems and stuff?
No, Deirdre. Clive McFlurry wrote bush poetry. You know, ballads about the taming of our great Australian land, as well as humorous verse about the latter side of early Australian life.
Indeed, like the man from Snowy River.
Clive McFlurry didn't write The Man from Snowy River. Banjo Patterson wrote The Man from Snowy River.
No, I didn't say that Clive McFlurry wrote The Man from Snowy River, but he wrote poems like that. You know, all those great old bush ballads like The Man from Snowy River and The Man from Ironbark and The Man from the Never Never and The Man from Goondiwindi and The Man from Jackson's Claim.
I take it Clive McFlurry wasn't very keen on women.
Oh, Steffan, Clive McFlurry wrote poems about all sorts of Australians. Those poems aren't actually by him. They're just examples by other poets who were
Actually famous.
Oh, no, Clive McFlurry was a very famous poet, apparently.
Yes, he wrote all sorts of amazing poems. He wrote, anyway, he's a really famous poet. He's a national treasure.
I think he wrote a poem about a dog, didn't he? The dog from Snowy River? No. I think the poem you're thinking of was called The Man and His Dog.
He didn't like writing about women, did he?
That's not fair. He also wrote a poem called The Man and His Woman.
What else did he write? The man in his can of beer? The man in his truck? The man in his browsing history?
Browsing history? Well, what's browsing history?
Don't ask, Phyllis.
But seriously, this is really exciting stuff. A whole lot of unpublished poems by the famous poet Clive McFlurry.
He was a very famous poet, apparently.
Coochie Creek's very own bard. He's like our Shakespeare, isn't he?
I know, it's so exciting that Coochie Creek is the birthplace of a famous poet.
So he was born here in Coochie Creek?
Apparently, he was born in the hills north of here. He lived in the district with his parents and worked as a shearer's cook and a drover, and I think he was a reporter for the Coochie Examiner at one point. And while he was doing all of that, he was writing these amazing poems about life on the land. He was totally self-taught, and his poetry has a really down-to-earth charm. He used to send them international publications like the Bulletin and Smith's Weekly and the Australasian. He gained quite a following back in the 30s and 40s.
What happened to him in the end?
Oh, either war or syphilis. Accounts vary.
It's a shame he hasn't received more recognition. He fell out of favour in the 70s because his poetry was viewed as a bit old-fashioned, and maybe some of his language was a bit... well, they were different times, but he was an amazing poet.
He was a very famous poet, apparently.
When I was a child, we used to have to recite his poetry in class. I have fond memories of The Stallion That Got Away.
Oh, yes. That was a wonderful poem, wasn't it?
In the light of the dawn on the high country morn, as the city folk all lay asleep, from out of the bush there came a great whoosh, and a whip crack that startled the sheep.
And old Joe in his camp, by the light of his lamp, muttered, with an expression of fear, "Mark my words, but I say there's going to be devil to pay if I find that the stallion's not here." Morning, ladies. Morning, Steffan.
Good morning,
Des.
Oh, good morning, Des. I'm afraid you've walked into a literary salon.
Des, I didn't know you knew The Stallion That Got Away.
Oh, yeah, Cherry. We had to learn it in school. The Stallion That Got Away by Clive McFlurry. It's a fine poem. Like I said, we had to learn it in school.
It stays with you, doesn't it?
Sounds like a wasp at a picnic.
Oh, yes, that's the one I was trying to remember. The Wasp at the Picnic. Oh, that was such a funny poem. A smart young blade from Yakandindi said, one summer's morn...
By cripes, I think I'll eat me brekkie out here on the lawn.
Oh, what have I started?
Oh, Des. It's lovely that you remember these old poems. Why don't you join us and we can have a bit of a... What do the kiddies call it these days?
A poetry slam.
Oh, must we? Of all the things you ladies could be talking about, can't you focus on Gus and Shirley's engagement? Or Lindy's new job at the school? Or the wombat flu?
Oh, please.
Rowan's plan to buy a food van? The new vicar? There's so much going on for you ladies to gossip about.
We never gossip.
Oh, but I'm still recovering from those mine protesters with their songs.
Oh, this is different, Steffan. This is good, honest Aussie bush poetry. What's brought on this sudden interest in culture anyway, ladies?
Sudden interest in culture? I'll have you remember, Des, that I organised the Coochie Creek Festival of Culture only a few months ago.
Must you have us remember that, Flavia?
And when our resident musician, Dirk Feeney...
Oh, is he still about?
Yes, he's living up at Chotney Farm, where Dirk discovered a hoard of unpublished poems at Flavia's wonderful shop. We were all very excited.
As you should be. I like a bit of poetry. I mean, not all that modern stuff that doesn't rhyme, but I've always been keen on the traditional bush poetry and a bit of a dab hand at reciting the old bush ballads. I don't know if you've ever heard The Man from Snowy River,
Once or twice.
or The Man from Ironbark, or The Man from The Never Never, or The Man from Gundawindi, or The Man from Jackson's Claim,
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow!
Oh, my.
Oh, dear.
or The Man and His Dog, or The Man and His Woman, or The Man and the... Well, some of them were a bit of their time, but yeah, I love a bit of bush poetry. Would you like me to recite a couple more lines?
Oh, would you?
No.
Oh, dear.
Fully recovered from your illness then, are you, Des?
How about this one? It's a lovely poem. It's called The Sick Kangaroo.
Lovely.
A drongo from Barramawindi had a hankering after a stew, but the silly old coot didn't know how to shoot, so he thought, Christ, what am I to do?
Well, no, he's going to cook and eat it, isn't he? He's going to cook and eat a diseased animal. This is too much, Des.
Oh, you're not being fair, Steffan. Where's your sense of humour?
It's about a sick kangaroo.
Is that a poem by Clive McFlurry?
It sure is. And I've got a stack of Clive's poems back at the farm. Would you like to have a look through them?
Oh, we sure would.
Because Clive McFlurry was a very famous poet.
Apparently.
He was, but he was more than just a very famous poet.
Indeed, he was a bush poet, wasn't he?
And he was a local poet.
And it was my grandpa.
Well, all the ladies from Coochie Creek seem very excited about the man from Ironbark, and the man from the Never Lever, and the man from Gundawindi, and the man from Jackson's Claim, and the man and his dog. But what did the drongo from Barramawindi do, and did he get his stew? Find out in next week's episode of There's No Place Like Home.